I was looking for some games for my DS. One of those games in my mind was Cooking Mama. I had played the original version a few years back, but my little sister, a baby at the time, had flushed my copy down the toilet. So I decided to buy it again. I went to the local game shop and found the shelf with Cooking Mama copies on them. They were around 20 bucks each. However, at the bottom left corner was a strange copy without the cover on it, just Cooking Mama in large blue print. It was only $2 and the mark was simply made as used. I wanted to get the new one for about 20 bucks, but curiosity got in the better of me. So I picked up the $2 copy and went to the cashier. "That'll be $2, he said to me. I thought he was just pretty much sitting there and being cheap or whatever, so I just pretty much paid the guy and bought it anyway. I wound up going home and got my DS and put the cartridge in. One thing I had noticed about the cartridge is that it didn't have any label on it at all, and it only had heavy scratches on it. But anyway, I fired up the DS. It didn't recognize a cartridge at first, and I guess I expected that. So just when I was about to go and turn the DS off, the screen then faded to white. I didn't honestly think that something like this could have happened, but it then showed the splash screens from Cooking Mama 1. Then came the actual game. Instead of the clean cartoon kitchen and the happy music, it was an abandoned kitchen with rusty cutlery set at night. Rather windy as well. The windows were smashed, and it looked like it was from real life. The music was some out-of-tune deep music. I could also swear I heard some screaming in the distance. Then on the top screen was the ceiling. It was torn and showed the sky above. The name came up from the screen. Cooking Mama. It looked like it had been carved in the wall with long nails. I tried everything I could to turn the game off, flicking the switch loads, whacking the console on the floor, taking the cartridge out, but to no avail. I had to continue to play. When I touched the touchscreen, it went straight to the recipe menu. The background was pitch black. There was just one recipe, and it was entitled, You. The small thumbnail was a crying human head that looked just like me. I was so freaked out at this point. The top screen was Mama, only covered in blood, skin ripped off, and the expression she does when you get a bronze medal. I clicked the recipe. It went straight to do what I had to do. I had to use a chainsaw to chop off what looked my head off, while I was still living. It all looked so realistic. I got the saw out and did just what I had to do. I decapitated my own self, the head that looked like my own. I could see me screaming in horror as I sliced my neck. Genuine tears were coming out of my eyes, both in real life and in-game. I was vomiting as well. Once my head had finally came off, I heard the bronze medal sound. And I saw Mom on the top screen looking rather angry. She said, "You will die a truly horrible death," in a demonic voice. She knew my name? A game knew my name? I was petrified. Next, I had to pluck my eyes out of my head. I shoved my hand into the eye socket and pulled it out. The eye socket appeared and lots of blood came out of the eye hole. The same happened to the other eye. And it looked so realistic. The out-of-tune music from the title was playing again. Then Mama said in a whispering voice,
Evil is within.
That must have been one of the scariest things in my life. Next, I had to, quote, dispose of the head. I had to pick up my no-eyed head and put it in the sack. It was horrible. Then I remembered something. Why did I take the eyes out if I had to dispose of the head afterwards? It was strange, but there were other things in my mind. There were some small steps involving horrible, gruesome things, such as taking the bones out of my body. Then came another step. Pull the organs out. I had to pull my organs out? No, it couldn't be. A dirty hand went inside my bloody, pale, cut open, decapitated corpse. I found my heart, my stomach, my lungs, my kidneys, and all my other organs. It was probably the most disgusting thing of all the disgusting things I had done. In real life, it was just frozen, with vomit all over my lap and my DS. I was white as milk and crying so much. The next step was the penultimate step. Cook the body. I showed my mutilated corpse shoved into an oven. I had to turn it on and cook myself. I turned it on and waited for about 20 minutes, but it seemed like years. Suddenly there was a ting sound, and I was sent to the final step. The next step was decorate the body. I had lots of stuff like cream and ketchup and fruits. They were the only colorful things on that game. I had covered my charred corpse in many decorations. There was even a flag. Remember the flags on Cookie Mama where you decorate a cake? I put one of them on my body, but instead of it just appearing, it got shoved into it, making a hole into it. I smothered my body in cream so you didn't have to see it anymore. I put some ketchup on top of it, horrible mixture, and then some fruit, and then pressed done. Then Mama walked from the top screen to the bottom and looked at my body. She then looked at me in real life and began to speak. Now wasn't that enjoyable, was it? I hope you suffered. I can tell you did, by what you currently look like. I must go now. This cartridge will become corrupt and cease to function. Mama was right. The DS came off and the cartridge stopped working. I ran and shoved the DS into the bin. I thought the DS might have become cursed or something. And that, my little shadows, was Cooking Mama. A Cooking Mama creepypasta. My final thoughts on this story? Oh my god, what was this? This is so stupid! This is probably the stupidest creepypasta I've read so far. Oh my gosh. I mean, I've narrated this story before, but now that I'm doing it again, I realize how ridiculous this whole thing is. I mean, first you have the stupid cliches of going to a store. I mean, here's the funny thing. If there were copy after copy after copy of regular Cooking Mama, why the heck did you decide to sit there and get a freaking cheap bootleg looking copy of Cooking Mama for £2? Yes, it was £2. I just changed it to dollars for some reason, but still, like, what? Like, just seriously, what? What was that? I mean, I think the stupidest part about the whole thing was Cooking Mama sitting there and wanting me dead or something, seeing me like a spooky ghost. And it's like, Cooking Mama. And like, you know, and her saying, you will die, enjoy your horrible death. or some, it's like this whole thing was so fucking stupid, people. It all was. It's like, what was this? I mean, it's so stupid, it's so ridiculous that I love it. I love it. I mean, I should be cringing like crazy because of it, but I have to be frank. This is literally the funniest thing I have read so far. It's so over the top and ridiculous that if this was meant to be taken seriously, it failed horribly. But as a troll story, this is beautiful. This is downright beautiful. I mean, sitting there, I mean, granted, it's gory, yeah, but I mean, come on, people. It's hilarious. Decorate the body. Pull off the organs. Done. Eat it. Eat your body now. You have to eat it. You have to eat it. No, that's exactly the kind of thing that I'm thinking about right now. It's like, I could just see Cookie Mama sitting there and like her head shaking back and forth all angrily, telling me to eat the body. And I'm just, I mean, I take chunks out of it and like hyper-realistic blood spews everywhere. It's like, ow! Blood everywhere, gore. And it's like, you know, I'm finally done. I'm like, damn, that was actually pretty tasty. I might become a cannibal after this. I could genuinely see that happening. I mean, if somebody made this into a parody game, I would love you so much for doing that. But overall, people, this story was so freaking stupid, so ridiculous and over the top that it was funny. And more importantly, who the heck puts cream on a body? You always put ketchup on there. No joke. You put freaking ketchup on a dead body. Ketchup makes everything better, baby. Anyway. But yeah, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not? Also, what would you have personally done to help make this story better? My final rating of this story would have to be on a troll pasta level, a 10 out of freaking 10. On a creepypasta level, 0 out of 10. But yeah, I know they got a little bit mixed up, but you know what? I don't really care. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Okay, whatever. I'm done. Goodbye, everybody. And have a nice, hot, delicious day.
Or else Cookie Mama will get you.
In fear and surprise as your eyes widen, your mouth goes dry with each battered breath. You try to scream, your mind begs to leave, glued to your computer screen. The killers they slash, the tapes burn and crash. The cartridge you bought will be your final haunt. The rituals of hate will seal your fate. The tears you shed will be from the fear-gripping horror-driven nightmarish gore-filled, terrorizing, hateful, burning, violent, rage-inducing, knife-slashing, blood-splattering, silent screams. Only time will tell if you will escape this online hell. Your horror-filled obsessions will come with its own regressions. Your pathetic screams will not be heeded in any way, because your nightmares will come at any